Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge this morning. I was going to start at 5:30, but doesn't need to go that long, and I was watching Major League Baseball highlights. All right, we have from a distillery founded in 1856, McCormick Special Reserve Whiskey. Now, I don't think this particular brand is that old. I couldn't find out when exactly it came out. American blended whiskey. Doesn't say Missouri blended. It says American. It doesn't say it's distilled in Missouri. It says selected and bottled, which means it's probably distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, or in Kansas. More than likely Kansas, yeah, at the MGP distillery in Kansas. All right, but anyway, it's actually the Holiday Distillery. That's the name of the distillery, Holiday. The company is McCormick Distilling. You can take a tour of Holiday. So I'd like to go there. It's northwest of Kansas City, though. It's not exactly close to here. Carstairs White Seal is the competitor, introduced in 1940. They're both 80 proof. They're both blended at an 80-20 ratio. 80% grain neutral spirits. That's it for the Carstairs. 20% straight whiskey. Carstairs is aged at least 4 years, though. Nothing like the lovely thud of plastic. Carstairs aged 4 years, McCormick 3, 36 months. The next one we'll try to do is Ancient Age Preferred against McCormick. Ancient Age Preferred was started in 1936. Okay, they're the same shade, that gold. Just gold. Not pale straw, but gold. Will I be able to tell them apart? Well, you know, I thought I was just doing so great, getting them all right. And earlier this week I did Taste Challenge. Club 400 against McCormick. And I was going on and on about the melon flavor and all of this. And saying, oh, you see, after a while you learn, you get better at it. You'll learn, start to have a better taste ability. And then I got it wrong. So it seems like every time I get overconfident, I get brought down to earth, which is probably good. But these things are tricky. Tricky. Very tricky. So I'll try to get it right, you know. They're both the same price, so we're talking about $6 or $7 for a regular size bottle. Meta Modern Sounds. Oh, Meta Modern Sounds. I know you. I know this view. Morning, brother. Good morning to you. Welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I see the daylight coming. It's going to be very hot today. It was a record heat yesterday in New Orleans, 96 degrees. That's unheard of. What? It's a record. Usually that'll be in July, be 96. And that only lasts a few days, 96, 97. But the problem, we haven't had any rain, and there's this low pressure area, which might become a tropical storm over there by Florida, on Florida's peninsula, and it's sucking all the, you know how those things do, they'll suck all the moisture into themselves. So we're in a drought here. We need rain so badly. Okay. So I'm gonna take this McCormick as far as I can take it, down through the brands. So got a lot in here. Wouldn't think there'd be so much in a 200 milliliter bottle, but there is. For these purposes, there is. So Ancient Age Preferred, then I guess we'll go with I'm trying to think of the ones I have. Ancient Heaven Hill, Kentucky blended whiskey. Seagram 7. I was going to do that one first, but I'll put that on the back burner. Seagram 7, American blended whiskey. Barton. We ought to do Barton before we do Seagrams and Heaven Hill, because it's all size rack. So Barton premium. Okay, so then we'll break open a new bottle, and I think what I'll do is break open Royal Canadian. Put that in the rotation. Royal Canadian. No, I don't have the Royal Canadian small batch. I have never seen the small batch, just a regular Royal Canadian, not the small batch. That's something kind of new. This one smells like, guess what? Alcohol and corn. Not the heavy corn grits like you get with bourbon, but like sweet corn, some spices, faint wood, maybe char. It's all very faint. Makes me think it's McCormick, because it has that real mellow, low profile thing going on, but it's not dull. It's just mellow and low profile. It's, let's say, mild. It's very mild, but it's not just vacant of aroma. It's hardly that. Now this one here, this one here, where else would it be besides here, right? It's not there. Is a stronger straight alcohol burn, just like grain alcohol, just alcohol. All right. Almost like some wax, like beeswax type thing, like compound, and that honey aroma. And you say, what about wood? What about char? You don't really get that too much with these blended whiskeys. You get that with that Seagram 7 more. Seagram 7, you get more of a wood pickup. And that's probably because it's aged. It's at least 4 years, but I think the Seagram 7, they must go 6 years on it. Seems like a more prominent wood component, and it costs more. You know, it's about $11 a bottle. These are 7 or 8. Well, they're time is money, so they're charging for that time. That's why it's the #1 selling blended whiskey in America, and it's one of the top 10 selling whiskeys in America. Seagram 7. I think it's #6. It's really #5 because Fireball is #2, and that's not a true whiskey. That's a liqueur, actually, legally, because it's only 70 proof. That's another story for another time. The Seagram 7. That's another story for another time. All right. Okay. This is much more pungent. I'm trying to. Now, in case you thought all these blended whiskeys tasted and smelled the same, let me assure you they do not. Now, when you get them confused, I do. I don't know about you. You might nail them correctly every time. I haven't seen too many taste challenges on the internet, so this is kind of like me doing it and nobody else doing it. I mean, occasionally. Usually you just get somebody opening up bottles and tasting them, saying, I'm trying this, I'm trying that, I'm trying this. And they'll compare them. I'm talking about a blind taste test. I don't see those. But I guess it's just not something people do. This was, okay. Okay, so this one's definitely stronger in the nose. It's more, nice alcohol legs, though. Much more pungent and full in the nose. A robust. stronger, but they're the same proof. So it's got to be McCormick. I said that last time, right? It's got to be McCormick. I guess Club 400 had a little bit more savoir-faire than I thought. I would buy a glass bottle of Club 400 for sure. You know, the standard bottle, that's a good one. See why it's a top seller in the Maryland area. Yeah, in Baltimore. Yeah, okay, all right. On with the show. Max Wolt. Hello, Ron. Hello, Max Wolt. Good to see you. The flavor here. Oh, yeah, it's like standard. Get that alcohol thing, you know, and these don't have the depth of flavor like bourbon. They're sort of like the flavors on the periphery. I've said that before. It's all on the rim. But the guts of it, you know, the interior is hollow. Well, what do you expect? It's filler. It's 80% filler. It's not supposed to have flavor. But to me, they're more pleasant, which I know is a heresy because in this day and age, because bourbon is supposed to be the thing, right? You're supposed to like that more. I just don't have a taste for it. I got a lot of bourbon left to drink, but that corn grits thing is just, ugh. I mean, it's enjoyable. I'm not saying, oh, I hate it. Like I drank the rest of the Jim Beam the other night. Well, I mean, it was good. And I enjoyed it. I was thinking about it while I was drinking on it. But still, it's just not for me. But it is a good one. Now, Jim Beam, people that lowball Jim Beam and talk dog on it, I don't know what they're talking about. Saying how horrible it is. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But I may not get it. You understand? Okay. This is more candy, like tangy candy. Is there that melon here? Huh. Well, okay, let's see. The nose still has more of that alcohol burn. Carstairs, right? Okay. I don't know. It's starting to confuse me now. I gotta think back, thinking back through drinking Carstairs. And then my friend David tried it. He was real pleased with it. So he's not saying something that he was pleased with it because he's generally picky, you know, like I think he gives stuff a hard time and doesn't deserve it. But so I don't know. I think I know what I'm going to say, but I got to give it one more sip. I think I know. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I think this is the Carstairs actually, because I think Carstairs has a little richer flavor than McCormick, and I'm not against McCormick. William Kepley and I remarked about how it was really good, you know, but I think the Carstairs just has a richer, more like honey-like nectar thing going on. It's so cheap around here, $10.99. I'm sorry, $12.99 for the 1.75 milliliter big bottle, handle bottle, $12.99. It's well worth it. I went to International Market Saturday. Get this, they had Canadian Limited. It may be nothing where you live. Canadian Limited is like a big brand around here, I guess, because people don't have a lot of money or they're cheap and they buy it. They had the big handle bottles of Canadian Limited at International Market for $10.99. That's, you're not going to get whiskey cheaper than that. That's not going to happen. $10.99 for those big jug bottles. And I mean, I saw one of the workers there was, you know, one of the stock guys was putting more on the shelf. It was just maybe 8 facings, 5 deep, 40 bottles. And that stuff's just, and it's old labels too. I don't know where these people get their old stock. They probably cruise around in go to these sales where somebody goes out of business and they never got rid of stuff. Because these were the old labels with the red imported at the top. They've changed the label now. They went from the gold lettering to black. I guess black shows up better than gold. It washes out with a white background or something. Maybe they determined that. But man, I didn't buy it because I don't need it. But I would definitely buy it if I needed it. International market. Those people are always wowing me with their crazy prices. Like you wonder what's going on with these people. Is there some kind of organized? No. All right. Watch it. Involvement with them. Watch it. All right. Okay. So I'm going to say Club 400. Carstairs. The Sazerac brand. Carstairs. And that's McCormick. Well, well, well. Okay. McCormick continues to confound, confuse, complex, and concern me. The 4 C's. Confound, confuse, concern. Corrupt. Craft Beer Tastic says, the man is live. Yeah, alive and live on air and failing again. I wasn't super confident with this pick. Actually, you could kind of tell that, right? Since I kept trying to delay it. I was trying to think about it. Oh, boy. I got to get... Okay. Okay, so McCormick is the one with this rich honey comb thing and that full pungent aroma. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Carstairs is good, but it's okay. It's more just corn liquor type thing. Okay, well, goodbye to Carstairs. You've done well, Carstairs. You've served us well this past year. That 375 milliliter bottle lasted a long time, did it not? And I bought it so cheap. What did I pay for this thing? Oh, $3. Some kind of real low price at that Ham and Quick Stop, where prices are negotiable. Yes, and it is not the only place in Louisiana where prices are negotiable. Maybe you have that in your area, liquor stores where you can talk them down. It's like buying a car. This has happened more than a few times. I go in there and I say, what do you want for that price? Or what do you want for that bottle? Oh, it's $6 for the bottle. I say, $6? No, I'll just look. No, thanks. But I would have bought it maybe for $5, but no, never mind. Oh, I tell you what, for you, $5. $5, but you don't come in with the other workers. Only if I'm at the counter can you get it for the $5. Only if I am the owner. I say, okay, that's fair. And then I got a deal with a guy that wasn't the owner, but the owner jumped his case. That was on Louisiana Highway 18 on the west bank of the Mississippi River. When I negotiated $1 off the bottle of Royal Canadian. He screamed across the highway, if you want the bottle, you can have it for $5. I said, okay. Came back into the store. Oh, well, anyway, you may have the similar experience in your town where you can negotiate the price of liquor. And, you know, because some states don't allow discounts. Like, it's very illegal. They can't reduce the liquor or something. I think they were telling me that in Ohio, even if they can't get rid of the beer, they got to sell it for the regular price. They're just stuck with all this backstock. Well, in Louisiana, it isn't so. Now, legally, you can't sell it lower than cost. I say legally. In practice, however, well, how many Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco, whatever, whoever regulates that part of it is going around looking in these discount baskets? You know, I just don't think, and even if they are, they're probably turning a blind eye. I mean, the retail and the government here is sort of in cahoots, so they need the tax revenue. They don't want to come down on them too bad. So our regulations here are malleable, let's say, in practice. Malleable. Yes, that's a good word. But anyway, if it benefits me by getting a cheaper bottle, well, heck, I'll keep negotiating, depending on the place. Now, I can't go into Walmart and start saying, let's talk price. Let's make a deal. They got to tell me to get out the store, you know. Walmart, you know, Wally don't play that, you know. But your independent stores, you know, family owned, then you can start to negotiate. Anyway, so I got it wrong again. I don't feel bad about it because it's a tough thing to do. So I'm not embarrassed, like, oh, I can't believe it. You know, I'm not sitting there saying, oh, I can't believe I got these two similarly flavored products confused. I just can't believe it. Well, yeah, believe it. Well, they both tasted good. I guess the McCormick tasted better, though. So, hey, I would get McCormick, but then I can get McCormick for $5.99 a bottle in Chalmette, a super value store, super discount store. Not that I'm going to drive over there for that. Nope, sorry. But if I ever happen to be in the area, yes, I will stop there and buy one, assuming they still have the bottles, which they probably keep that on the shelf. Probably sells okay. All right, so in 2 days, the plan is we're going to go and take McCormick and put it up against can't remember. One of those brands. Oh yeah, Ancient Age Preferred. Ancient Age Preferred. Who prefers it? I don't know. Oh well. Thank you for watching this video production.